blurry when you move around a bit.
Is it? Well, I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm hardwired to my DSL.
Good.
Whatever system. So I'm not on the Wi-Fi. So that's as fast as I can go in Atlanta, Georgia.
The old tin cup and string.
Yeah. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, what did you want to talk about? You're the one that was a big idea. So we want to talk about the who's coming. Get us an update on what is going on with the YouTube award ceremony in Benton, right? Benton, Kansas.
Benton, Kansas. Yeah, I'd like for your channel to be the one. So far, I have not announced who's on this piece of paper. But as of right now, if you want to publish this, I want to tell everybody who's coming because it's impressive.
Okay, and these are pretty well for surely confirmed as to the best of your capability. I'm hearing from YouTubers. We'll just start this rolling right now. I'm hearing from YouTubers in aviation all around the country that Dan Greider, you are the most persistent guy in aviation history, and they've been hearing from you a lot. And since they've been hearing from you a lot, I understand we got quite a few YouTubers coming to this event that you're putting on here in July.
Yeah, it's looking really good. And yes, I am persistent, but this is such a cool event. I mean, have you ever been able to walk around and rub shoulders with all these people at the same time and go fly airplanes and shoot content all at the same time? So it's a really good deal. I've got the list right here. You think I ought to read it right now? Who's coming?
Yeah, so today it is it's June 17th right now, and Dan, your event is for July. Run those dates again, 16, 17, 18, or?
It's July 17, 18, 19. It's the ACCA's Aviation Content Creator Awards. So the people like you who use YouTube and create aviation content, no matter what their field is, could be training or scenic or tourism or like you do with accidents and airline stuff, no matter what their venue is, it's aviation content creators, and it's a really wide, interesting spectrum. A lot of this stuff I didn't even know about because I'm not a YouTuber until I got into this, but it is totally fascinating on how this whole thing works. And you guys are influencers. You've got the ability to use the YouTube channel and with a clear voice, get your message across, or your training across, or your idea across, or your trip, or the product that you have. It's totally cool. It works really good.
And we're talking July 17, 18, 19 in Benton, Kansas. This is going to be a live and a free event, correct?
July 17, 18, 19. It's 1 Kilo 1 Airport, 5,000-foot paved runway with a restaurant, bar, and amphitheater, 2 grass stoll runways. All the flying cowboys are coming, all that stuff. We're going to fly our big tire airplanes. I've got an aerobatic turbine helicopter coming. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. There's no charge to get in. It's totally free. If you want to show up and walk around and meet these guys, they're all going to be there.
And you have a grass airstrip too, correct?
Yeah, just to the west of the paved runway. We got the grass runway. We're going to actually convert that into 2 stoll runways for these flying cowboys like to do they like to land and take off real short. And
that's right.
Do all that stuff. I don't know why.
Well, they don't want to wear out those expensive tires on some crummy asphalt runway.
Yeah, they got these big, like 4-foot tires, and they don't want to roll them
tires.
Yeah, and there's one guy that makes a takeoff with his brakes locked. He just gives it the throttle, and the wheels never roll. He just lifts off.
So who do we got so far confirmed coming to this event?
Okay, well, here's the caveat. I'm going to give this to you in 2 categories. The categories are above 200,000 subscribers. There's only 8 on the list. Of the 8, I'm pretty confident of 6. The other 2 have some logistic, travel, legitimate problems and may end up sending a rep for their awards or whatever. But here's the 8 channels above 200,000. Just
this
plain
is North American, correct?
This is North American.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
These are the 8 channels, aviation channels above 200,000. Just Planes, Steve-O 1 Knievo, Airboyd, Flight Shops, Trent Palmer, 7-4 Gear, Aviation 101, and Blanco Lirio. Seven, Just Planes is a fabulous channel. The guy, Michael, lives in New Jersey, has had this channel a long time. He's got a powerful channel and a really good presence. He is totally excited. He's going to be there with bells on, and they're shooting new content, a little bit different vein. They're going to leave the airline cockpit and shoot some GA stuff and give it a try in North American GA type environment. So all those guys, Trent Palmer is excited to be with us, and I didn't even know it, but Trent Palmer is part of these Flying Cowboys. Corey Robbins,
yep,
Trent Palmer, both Mike and Mark Patey are coming. Kevin Quinn, and then there's some other Flying Cowboys that don't have YouTube channels that are also probably bringing their camping gear and their big tire stuff and going to do all that. I spent an hour and a half on the phone this morning with Corey Robbins. He's an exciting guy, and he has got some cool stuff planned. We're gonna do an off-field landing just off of the field at a crazy historic site that he and I talked about, but they're going to take their Flying Cowboys and go out and land at this place that's never been landed at before and film it.
Good.
I'm not going.
Corey also is a great narrator. He narrates the announces for the Stoll drag races at the Reno National Championship air races in Reno, Nevada. So he's a great spokesperson for the whole thing.
Yeah, well, you want to hear the funny backstory behind all this?
Okay.
I put all this stuff together, and my phone rang this morning, and it was Corey. And I don't know those big tire guys. I'm not a backcountry big tire flyer that flies those kind
You
of
will
airplanes.
be after this. You'll be hooked.
I know it. So he called me and said, "Hey, Dan." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "This Corey Robbins?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You don't know me?" I said, "No, I know your name and stuff." He said, "Well, I just wanted to let you know that I also have a YouTube channel." And I said, "You do?" And he does. He's not 200,000, but he's got a lot of subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, my error. I apologize. I totally missed him. I didn't even, just because I'm not that familiar with who all the players are. But anyway, he's coming, and we got him a couple armbands, and he's all set. He's part of the deal there. But I apologize profusely. Frankly, I'd never seen very much. The only backcountry big tire stuff I saw was when Mike Patey wrecked that big red airplane out there. I watched all those videos on that accident, how that happened. But that's how disconnected I am with that section of aviation.
We'll get you hooked up, man. We'll get you hooked up. There's a whole subculture here that you got to become aware of.
Oh, it's looks like, I'm afraid I'll become addicted to that stuff. It looks like a lot of fun.
Nothing $100,000 or more can't cure you.
Yep. And this thing is out at Stearman Field. It's Dwayne Clemens' airport. His son Austin has got one of those yellow Huskies with the big tires, so he's all excited about all the flying cowboy guys that they're all coming. But anyway, all the rest of these guys, Josh, Aviation 101, will be there. Blanco Lirio, those are all the ones above 200,000.
Okay.
I think for sure we'll have 6. Most likely we'll have 8 out of 8 with a couple of reps if logistics don't end up. We put this thing together so late that it just it's very difficult for us to pull this thing together this late. Okay, and then here's the rest of the channels that are coming here. If I can get my glasses untangled, the rest of the channels, here they are being announced for the very first time ever. Mike Patey, his channel. Mark Patey, Premier One driver, 310 pilot. What you haven't seen, Baron pilot, Nico's Wings, Guido Warnke, Florida Flying, Forrest Haggerty, SoCal Flying Monkey is 50%. He's going to try. He's got a whole bunch of contingencies going on there, but he really wants to make it. Fly with the guys. Finer Points is probably 50-50. I'm still working on him. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I've been talking to him.
Experimental Aircraft Channel is solid. Eric Johnson is solid. Wolfie Korn is solid. Taking Off is solid. Martin Polly is solid. Mark Patey is solid. Kevin Quinn Flying Cowboys is solid. Just Plain Silly, my buddy Brian, a really funny YouTube channel. If you haven't seen that, Just Plain Silly.
We had a good chat. Yeah,
exactly. Captain Baja, Franklin Poole, Red Devil Squadron. Flywire is a Bonanza YouTube channel by my buddy Scott Purdue that does excellent Bonanza documentaries and things about Bonanzas.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Air Flying. Glenn Hancock is a really small YouTube channel, but he's the guy that owns the Lockheed Electra here in Atlanta that's bringing the Electra out so that Juan Brown can fly in Amelia Earhart's airplane. So he gets a couple armbands. He's bringing his family out. Bearhawk Life, par for the course. Scott Urschel is a crazy good, accomplished turbine helicopter pilot, helicopter racer. He's bringing a turbine helicopter out, and Hug Aviation. So right now I'm at like about 36 channels, probably 36 channels out of this. Honestly, it's going to settle down. There's going to be some fallout. We're probably going to end up with about 30, but that's fine. Whatever it is, really, we started this thing with the intention of getting 10. We're going to end up probably right at 30 is what my guess is. It's just too hard to tell who's going to make it.
That's everybody. That's everybody. That's anybody on the interwebs right now in aviation, it sounds like.
Yeah, it should be good. So we have not announced that prior to this. All that's been kind of in the making behind the scenes, but we got all the information packets out to everybody. Hotels, hotel deals, all that kind of stuff has been sent out, and we got the band confirmed. We're building the runways, and this is gonna be a fun event, man.
Wow.
I can't wait for this thing.
Wow, what a gas. Excellent. Well, this will be a blast. You got plenty of accommodations. If additional people want to come in, folks that want to get into YouTubing and aviation, get in here. This is a great opportunity, of course, to network and figure out how this works, because most of us are just figuring it out for ourselves the hard way, and we've got a lot of great information to pass on. But you've got enough accommodations to handle folks that want to come in and spectate and that sort of thing downtown?
Yeah, we got plenty of accommodations. Fly your airplane. There's free parking to park your airplane. So
you can camp on the field, no problem there?
You can camp on the field. It's going to be kind of primitive camping because they're not really set up. But we're planning on tent camping. I'm sleeping underneath an airplane because that's where I always sleep. But yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want. It's an uncontrolled field, no tower. So do what you want. If you want to make a low pass, have at it. And have lunch with your favorite YouTuber. This is probably your only chance to hang with your friends and the people that you've been watching on YouTube. This is a great chance to do that.
A lot of flying going on as well. So, and then do you have a formal schedule, or it's going to be pretty informal, and then you're going to have awards or discussions and roundtables and?
Yeah, basically Friday's arrival day, and when you get there, if you want to shoot content, we've got airplanes already scheduled to be standing by, airplanes and pilots. If you're a YouTube channel with an armband and got credentials, you can take an airplane out and go shoot it. If you got content that you want to shoot, lots of choices of what you want to hop in. I got a lot of people willing to donate a lap around the patch in their special airplane or their special something. So if you want to hook up cameras and go fly and collect content, that's all Friday. Saturday morning is Aviation Content Creators Workshop. Free breakfast for anybody with an armband. Sponsored by Clemens Aviation Insurance, and their breakfast is open at 7 a.m. If you got an armband, the coffee bar is open, hot breakfast, and then we'll start our private content creators meeting. This is our chance to talk together, go over a bunch of stuff, talk about the awards, how the awards are formulated, and raise your hand, make suggestions for next year. So it's looking really good. The whole entire thing is sponsored by Jerry Clemens. That's Dwayne's brother, and he told me never to ever get out his cell number.
And that's Aviation Insurance, and I use that cell phone number, and I called Jerry, and he got me a great quote on the Mighty Luscombe. So the Mighty Luscombe is now insured by Clemens Aviation in Kansas.
Is that right?
Wichita, Kansas.
Did you call his cell number?
Yeah. He sure did, and I got Jerry.
Well, he answers. Jerry's a super accomplished pilot. His wife's a pilot. The whole Clemens family is all pilots, and Jerry totally knows aviation insurance. Jerry is splitting the bill for all of us to have fun for this thing. So I gotta cover Jerry. His insurance business is basically covering our having fun on this thing. So wherever we can, pull a plug for Jerry's aviation insurance business. And he's going all out. He's got T-shirts. He's got a hospitality tent and all that kind of stuff. He's already working on behind.
And then in the future, when we get through this pandemic thing, you think this event will merge at Oshkosh, you think, in the future, or?
I'd like for it to, so that I don't have to do it again, but we'll just have to see how this one comes out,
Okay.
and see what happens. This would be a good thing. You know, EAA attempted to pull this off in kind of miserable fashion a few years ago. It kind of ended up like a little stage forum for a few minutes in the Q&A, but they didn't really have the wherewithal to put this thing together and categorize it and
making it competitive is going to make it a lot more compelling for folks to come watch.
Making this competitive changes the whole thing. And now we've made it competitive and everybody gets to compete, and the numbers are the numbers. So let's see what you got. And
good.
Yeah, Juan, you're now the numbers don't close until the last day of June. So the period runs from July 1 of 2019 all the way through the end, the last day of June of this year. So you can still produce videos.
I'm cranking up the mill here for the last couple of days.
Cranking them up, and that's all going. Any video that you throw out there is still in contention for an award. Currently, I don't have my data, my notes in front of me, but I think out of the 12 categories that we had, I think based on our preliminary run, you were automatically in first place for a couple, and then second place for probably one or something like that. So your channel has done amazingly well, and if you look at the comments on your channel, people totally appreciate your candid, honest, hardcore views of what really happened, and there's nobody else doing that. So you've got a slice of the pie there that nobody else has that. So congratulations, man, and you deserve some awards for that.
Great. Well, thanks. So again, this is going to be in Benton, Kansas, July 17, 18, 19 at Stearman Field. Be there. That's all I got to say. I'm bringing a stand-up bass for you. You and me are playing music, whether you want to or not. Bring some chord charts. That's all I ask. Just don't leave me hanging in the dark there. You're fine. We played before. You're fine. You're fine. This would be an A. Follow me. Let's go. Okay. All right. Reasonable suspects. It'll all be good. But I appreciate your work, Juan. Appreciate you putting this on the air, and happy to announce these channel participants via your channel. And the Stearman Field Bar and Grill Facebook page is the place to go to for updates. We don't have a web page. So Stearman Field Bar and Grill is our host restaurant, and they're taking care of all of our Facebook social media stuff for keeping updates going on that stuff. So excellent. Should be great. It is a jam-packed 3 days full of stuff, and I cannot believe the YouTubers that crawled out of the woodwork to go do this. My apologies to Corey. What was Corey's last name? Robin. Corey Robin. I guess one of these days I'll get one of those big tire airplanes and I'll know who all those guys are. But he's a great guy, and he was totally cool with the fact that I left him out. But he's in there now, and we're good. Good. Well, that'll be a great time to see everybody and to hang around the campfire and swap a lot of good aviation stories. A lot of lies are going to go on. That's right. All right. So be there July 17, 18, 19, Stearman Field, Kansas. We'll see you there. Thanks, Dan. See you there.